What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and if you don't know me, I am a first year medical student at the Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine. I'm joined by some fellow M1s. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Oh, okay. I'm Shivangi.
I'm Ayush.
I'm Neha.
And it's crazy to say, but we are like halfway done with our first year. We have completed 3 out of our 4 blocks for this first year. And now we're into our cardiopulmonary block, which is going to be super long, but super fun. But before then, we wanted to kind of do a question and answer with some of the questions that I've kind of come up with. So without further ado, we will get into the first question. So our first question is super basic, but what is everyone's favorite part of medical school so far?
The only answer I could think of is the people, and I already know.
The people are my favorite part of school, but I think the other thing I would say is like, just in general, like being able to learn and then go to the hospital and then actually see what you learned like happening, and you being able to understand that is probably the most satisfying thing.
My favorite part of med school, this is gonna be much like abstract, but I feel like I was so nervous coming into med school that I didn't know how to learn, and I didn't know how to process information effectively, and I really doubted my capability of being like a productive person like you see on the internet, for example, like Justin. Like, I don't know, I really doubted it, and once you just get here and you start doing it, I feel like my favorite thing about this journey so far has just been seeing, like, becoming aware that I am capable of growth. Like, it's so exciting to me that I am able to do what I am doing these days, even though, I mean, I'm just comparing myself to who I was before med school. Yeah, just seeing that growth has been really exciting.
And then just going back to what you were talking about, it reminded me of when you first started shadowing like in HEMONC, and we didn't know about like tamoxifen or any of the treatments, and you kind of told me like it wasn't that helpful to you because you didn't really know what was going on. But after we learned about the treatments and you were able to apply the knowledge that we learned through like our classes, it was so much more enjoyable for you because you could understand what the physician was thinking, and you could kind of like also think through like what would you do in this situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Second or third session, I was like, oh, yeah. That's what cancer is.
Exactly.
Got it. The best part about our school, I don't know if this is something that's like very hyper focused into our school, like that's unique to our school or not, but the people here are just fantastic. I think going through this curriculum with these exact people, did I say that right? Going through the curriculum with you people is great. Not even just like my close friends, but like just everybody in general. Even if I'm not close to them, like everybody's just great here. And I hope everybody gets that experience in med school.
Yeah, it's a very supportive communal environment.
Yeah.
And I don't think everyone gets that in medical school, and then that's kind of like sad to think about.
Yeah.
Because here, first of all, the curriculum encourages everyone to be so collaborative, and I feel like every medical school interview I attended, everyone was like, oh yeah, we're such a collaborative environment. But if the curriculum doesn't actually support that, they're just words. Because like, for example, we are pass-fail, we don't have AOA, we are not unranked, we are unranked. So this it really encourages everyone to like really support one another and help each other learn. So.
Yeah. And all of our curriculum or like a good chunk of our curriculum is team-based learning anyway. Yeah. So it's like you are forced to do it in a structured manner, and then that facilitates you doing it in an unstructured manner. So we'll do like TBL or IQ, where we're meeting up in groups that are set by the school, and then after we'll come together in like different squads of people and do the same thing.
Yeah. So second question, what is one thing you wish you knew before starting medical school? I'll start. Something I wish I knew before medical school is that you don't have to have it figured out right when you start. During orientation, we had this like mini, just a whole week about learning, what the second years do, what worked for them. And I guess I was just kind of overwhelmed with all these third-party resources that people were talking about, all of the lecture material that we had to learn, doing learning objectives, or just going over the OLOs, or like what's the best way to study for an exam. And it's a very personal thing that means that there's not really a right answer to it. So just understanding that it does take a lot of trial and error to understand what you like and what works for you. But also a little I don't know if you guys will agree with this, but another thing I wish I knew is not to be scared of textbooks. Because like coming to medical school, I was like, oh, I don't learn through textbooks. Like I can't just learn by reading things. but having a textbook to like refer to and to like help you solidify your understanding of a topic is so useful.
Yeah.
And I used the textbook a little bit like in block 2, but like using it correctly in block 3, I think, is what kind of really helped me solidify my understanding, like I said. And going into block 4, I really want to use textbooks more. For example, when I would do IQ research in block 2, I would go on the AMOS page, go to the disease, and then just kind of copy paste everything. And like, I didn't really understand what I was reading, but the textbook helps you like kind of give you that deeper understanding to then understand the facts that things like AMBOSS or Up to Date give you.
I agree. I think that was the biggest thing that kind of I learned too. And I will say, like, I think the other thing that I'd want to add on to that was like, don't get married to one resource.
Yeah.
Every block has different resources that supplement that block differently. So like I remember like boot camp or Boards and Beyond like worked more for one block than another. And lectures even did not work for block 3, but this block, like I'm enjoying them very much. So definitely like shopping around for things and not getting set in like one kind of bubble was a big thing for me, because I am very like that. I'm like, this is it, I'm going to be using this. My like OCD just comes in, it's like, if I use anything else, like I'm gonna have to, I don't know. So so I feel like that was one big thing for me, where like it's okay to move around.
Yeah. Okay, one thing that I wish I knew before coming in was, I wish someone had just like sat me down and been like, be patient. Because I think when I first came and started like learning stuff, I assumed that if I learn it and really understand it like once, maybe twice, then I know it. Like I really just thought if I learn it, I will know it. And it's not how it works. Like your learning and your understanding of things is up and down and up and down, and it will continue to be like that when you are a practicing physician. So just getting comfortable with the fact that you can learn something, understand it, and really feel like it's in there, and revisit it a month later and it might not be there, just know that that is how learning works, and you do have to relearn stuff throughout your whole life. It's just that every process of relearning something just solidifies those neuronal connections a little bit more, so you have space to understand things like just a little bit better every time you learn them. And it's always going to be a dynamic process. Don't beat yourself up for not remembering something after having learned it once, twice, even 3 times. Like, you will have to learn it again. Get used to it.
My third question is, what is your least favorite thing to learn about?
I hate cell signaling. Actually, I'm learning to like it. Yeah.
So it's not your least favorite?
It still is
so
far. I think I like everything that we learned in med school. I think the difference between sorry, I feel like I'm joking. I think in undergrad, a lot of learning was done very begrudgingly. I just shoved stuff into my brain, and I was like, it's like, I don't care if I like it or not, just do it. I was coming into med school, and I was like, it's gonna be the same thing. Like, I'm probably only gonna like really like one thing. I'm only going to like one system, stuff like that. But honestly, like even the systems that are harder to learn, I'm still fine with them. And I still like learning about the body in general. So physiology is great. And yeah, I do have trouble with understanding like the really, really granular stuff about like cell signaling specifically, because it gets really biochem heavy and it's very like abstract. It's something that I like can't really envision for some reason, and like I just don't like how things are so overlapping. There's no like direct like clear pathways for a lot of things. There's a lot of overlap. But like that said, like even my least favorite topic, cell signaling, like it's still possible to like learn to understand it and get it and be enthusiastic about it. Yeah, which is something I couldn't say for my least favorite topics in undergrad. Yeah.
I agree. I feel like there's some things that I was like, I'm really not excited to learn about this. But then like you learn about it, you start understanding it, and then you're like, wow, I really do kind of like it. I think that for me was our GI block. I was super not excited about it, but I was telling you this yesterday. I was like, it's kind of cool to be able to go into like an SP's room, and they're like, oh, my stomach hurts, and now you're able to deduce like, oh, what may have gone wrong. So I still think it is probably my least favorite, but it was cool to learn about.
I will say with my chest, I hate statistics. I hate like anything that has to do with probability. Like, stop trying to guess what's gonna happen. None of us have that kind of control. I don't believe in it. Biostats should be illegal.
I agree. The spin and snout stuff.
Oh my god.
I don't even know
fire
what
too.
Triggered.
When I say this, I think you guys are all gonna agree with me. Embryology.
Oh.
Yeah. My least favorite
I
thing, hands
kind
down.
of liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, explain how the
I
heart.
was a fan of the
comes
limb
out.
Oh
part.
god, no.
So I think like the big picture things of like, you know, how different cells will migrate to different places and create your different organs and organ systems, that's super interesting. Learning about
Gut
Wnt7,
rotation and like
Sonic Hedgehog, like what is that? You made that up. Like that is definitely my least favorite part. But also like something that surprised me is I also really hate learning about anatomy. I am way more into like the physiology and learning about, like, for example, what happens when you eat glucose and like
Yeah,
I guess that
I
is
get
like
that.
biochem and stuff, but like how does the liver process that? How does the liver make like glycogen?
Where is
And-
the liver? Where is it?
I agree. I thought I would like anatomy a lot more as like a visual learner. I like to understand like where things are in space. So I just kind of thought that anatomy would be right up my alley, but it's all memorization,
Yeah.
and I feel like you do start liking it once you do the memorization. But if you don't have that kind of grasp on it, it's definitely challenging and just not fun
Yeah.
to just
Yeah.
soak up information and like keep it in your brain.
Question number 4 is what is everyone's favorite and least favorite physical exam maneuver?
My favorite is the reflex. Those are so fun. Once you yeah, I love doing the reflexes. The thing that's not my favorite is the fluid wave test. That's just weird. Like, I didn't do it. I saw someone do it with an SP, and they're like, "Okay, put your hand here," and they're just slapping like their belly. I was like, "This is weird."
Slap the bag.
It was making a noise.
My favorite, and not that I have ever done it, I just like it as a concept, is the succussion splash. Because you're just shaking the patient and like listening for splashing sounds inside.
You do have a least favorite?
Oh, yeah, least favorite, blood pressure. Still can't do it.
My favorite is all of the strength tests. It's like I'm fighting with the patient. It feels cathartic, I think. And then I think my least favorite one is the neurological orientation one. Because I think every single time I've said, here are 3 words to memorize, ball, balloon, something, I will ask them back for it, and they could say any 3 words, and I'd be like, yes, because I have no idea what the 3
You
words
don't remember the
No, I
3 like
no,
original? You
no.
don't use the same ones?
Ball, bat,
Ball,
ball.
tree,
Ready?
flag.
Ball, tree,
Ball, tree, flag.
I already forgot it. I already forgot it.
Question number 5 is what is everyone's favorite extracurricular?
Okay, everybody say the same one on 1. 3, 2, 1. Dog opera. 3, 2, 1. Dog opera.
So we have the next production director? Okay, production director, and then we have one of the vocal directors here, and then we have
The helpers.
participants.
Yes.
Dog opera is our yearly talent show-esque thing at Case Western. We do it to fundraise for the student-run health clinic and among various organizations.
It's very exciting. The faculty gets involved. All the students are involved. Sometimes we have residents. I've heard like residents, fellows also get involved. So it's essentially anybody that's like associated with the School of Medicine is able to like come, and you can dance, you can sing, you can play.
Play.
An
Play
instrument. It's very fun.
Yeah, and all the songs are spoofs of existing songs, and that they all have like medical jokes in them. I think my favorite one was what was the song that the acapella did? Runaway Baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
DKA, baby.
Yeah. So they made it about diabetic ketoacidosis.
I think like the most fun part is seeing how talented our classmates are. Like you would never expect that like half of our class can sing and dance, and it's just so fun to see everyone like kind of having fun and still like it being medically adjacent.
Yeah.
And it's for a good cause.
It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
My favorite extracurricular besides Doc Opera, I feel like is the wellness pathway.
I was gonna mention it.
Yeah, it's like, so Justin, actually, are you? Okay. Justin and I are in the Mandel Wellness Pathway, and basically we do a lot of different sessions, like usually once a week, maybe once every other week, and learn about different parts of wellness. But my favorite part of that is we get to use the teaching kitchen every once in a while, and we just get to like try out new recipes with our friends, get to like use this really cool teaching kitchen space where everything is provided, all of the ingredients, all of the like machinery you need to use to cook, and make really healthy and truly delicious meals, and enjoy, like, come together and eat them. It's so fun. I love it.
And it's something that really helps you understand what it means to like recommend a healthy diet to a patient, because you can always tell a patient to like eat healthier, do more exercise. But when you're in the teaching kitchen cooking healthy food yourself, you see how much time and effort has to go into it. So it gives you a better appreciation for it. And like we do really cool things too. Like last time we made baby food, or like food that little kids would enjoy, and that's like something you never think about. And we just like
Wait, what did you make?
There was a pea puree.
Yes.
Oh,
pea puree.
It was good.
Really?
Yeah, like
I made
basil
a
with peas.
Sweet potato puree.
Oh.
But some people like made muffins,
Yeah.
and
I made a sloppy joe,
Yeah.
and it
For a
was
baby?
honestly delicious. Yeah.
it's like kids and like babies.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like you.
But honestly,
You'd be feeding my toddler a sloppy joe.
Here you go.
Here you go,
Lunchtime.
There was like a yummy pancake that had a
Yes.
bunch of like zucchini in it, I think. Oh, so good.
But the pea puree was like still good.
It
Like,
was
I mean,
dang.
I wouldn't make it for myself, but it was so good. So our last question is, in the time that we've been in medical school, have you changed your mind on what specialty you want to pursue?
I have only become more confused.
I have never considered surgery, and I don't think I will consider surgery, and I think it will stay that way. So no, that has not changed. That aspect of things has not changed. So initially I said I want to do peds, or have had the idea of maybe doing peds. Yes, it's still like number one on the list. IM is number two. I just want to do medicine, I think, for either kids or adults, which is everybody. Yeah, but I don't think I want to do, I think right now I don't really want to like immediately specialize right off the bat with residency, like doing neurology or PM&R. Those things have gone a little bit lower on my list. Yeah.
I came in thinking anesthesia, and I was also like kind of considering surgery, but I have ruled out surgery, and I'm still on the anesthesia train now, thinking like cardiac anesthesia and critical care. So it's become, honestly, like, it's given me more direction as to what I want to do.
So you're like zeroing in.
Yeah.
I came in thinking like ortho was like one of my like top choices, and within like the first month, I think I just ruled it out, mainly because of lifestyle like implications, but also like I don't really enjoy anatomy that much, and thinking about it, like what I really find stimulating is thinking about physiology and pathology, and just like the type of patients you'd be dealing with in orthos, like just musculoskeletal, which I don't find that interesting. So like, yes, it was a lifestyle, and I don't think I could handle the lifestyle of a surgeon, but also like I don't think it interests me enough to pursue it. So I just don't think surgery is for me, and that's okay. All right, and then to end the video, we have rapid fire 4 questions. Just say which one you prefer, and then no other context, so that we don't have this video be like an hour.
Blue.
Okay, ready? Histo or Garla?
Garla.
Histo.
Garla.
Histo.
Wait, am I stupid?
Wait, why
No,
did you
I
say
chose
that?
Histo too.
I don't know.
I chose this.
Because it's easier.
I associate Garla with the Garlax,
Yeah.
and I despise the Garla.
Garla is a lot more
I
work.
thought there was supposed to be
Actually,
no.
can I change
Okay,
my
okay,
answer?
yeah.
Can I change my answer? Can we do that all over again?
No.
No, that's
We're
great.
stuck. Okay, next one. Study alone or in a group?
In a group.
Alone.
Group.
Group. Learn alone, study in a group. For me.
Okay, that. That.
Okay. Night owl or early bird?
Early bird.
I go to sleep early and I wake up late, so like neither, both, neither.
A free bird.
A sleepy bird.
Yeah.
Early bird.
I'm at my core a night owl, but I feel like medicine forces you to be an early bird.
Yes.
And then last one, lecture goer or non-lecture goer?
Lecture goer.
Non-lecture goer.
I feel like it's both because I always watch the lectures, but rarely do I physically go. I always watch them recorded.
Non-lecture goer.
This one's divisive. Anki or not Anki?
Anki!
Ooh.
Anki!
Anki.
You have to
All the way.
Anki.
I
Anki.
started off non-Anki, but I've hopped on the Anki trains.
That is the end of the video. So if you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thank my friends in the comments below for joining me. I didn't really eat much of my lunch, but here's our lunch. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
We love you.
Bye.
Stay
We
true to who
love
you
you.
are.